Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I like to say I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking, presentation skills, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. I've got a number of other presentations on my website if you'd like to check those out. If your organization has an upcoming conference and you need a keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I would love to be a part. I've got a number of great books on the market. My best-selling book, Speak Without Fear. My book, Perfecting Your Platform. Both of those are on Amazon and Audible if you like to listen to books. And my series, Encouragement for Your Life, which is a compilation of these podcasts, they're available on Amazon, volumes 1 through 3. Just go into Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, all my books will appear. Okay, I've entitled my show today, I Quit. Thanks for the memories. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Now, before you get too excited, I'm not quitting my podcast, but I am going to quit hanging on to memories that cause me pain and regret. I love the quote from Mason Cooley. Regret for wasted time is more wasted time. And frankly, my time is limited, and I don't need any more time-consuming sad memories. So this year, I have quit hanging on to what I thought would happen in my life, and I'm moving forward to what else I can make happen for the rest of my amazing life. I saw a video put out by Strayer University, and it showed a giant blackboard in New York City. On the top of the board were the words, "Write your biggest regret." It was interesting to read what people wrote. Most wrote about lost opportunity or lost love and the like. After they wrote on the board, they stood back and they read what they had written, and they looked at what others had wrote, and they walked away, or they pulled out their phone, they took an unhappy selfie with the board. After the board was filled up by the on-the-street writers and wishers of life, those who were still hanging around were given an eraser to wipe the board clean so they could, in a sense, start again new, free and unburdened. Just the freedom of wiping away the regret seemed to give the writers a new lease on life, a new thought about their worth and value, a sliver of space to start again. If you can't see it, all the regret written out for the world to see, not to be judged, just to be seen, maybe, just maybe, it isn't true, and that your future is not limited by past mistakes. I did a simple reflection of the idea on my Facebook page, and a few folks were honest enough to say some of the things they regretted. Others were too self-conscious to be honest. You know, the ones that say, I have no regrets. Regret is the cancer of life, and it's all part of learning. Hey, listen, they're correct, and I'm sure they regret something, like writing on my Facebook post that they're perfect and regret nothing. No worries, I took my post down before I wrote the blog, but I digress. And their comments were ridiculous. Okay, most of the comments had to do with not taking advantage of opportunities. And the other half had to do, believe it or not, with losing loved ones they didn't spend enough time with or didn't speak enough words of love and appreciation to before they were gone. I am sure we can all think of a few things we wish we had done sooner or later or not at all. And because I want you, my dear listener, to live your best life ever, I want to spend a few moments of your day to encourage you in 3 ways I believe will help with the pain of regret. First, do what you can to make right what you can. Second, stop fretting over what you can't make right. And third, if possible, fill the missed opportunity with something similar so you can have a bit of the experience you felt you dreamed about. It's really not as hard as it seems. Something I personally found interesting is that if you do a cursory review of what most people regret, it seems to be based on a belief that if they had done X, Y, and Z, their life would have been better. Or looking at it another way, for some, not doing X, Y, and Z is a great excuse for not living up to one's own abilities and expectations. Hey, harsh I know, but that's on the board. Listen, think about it. How great is that excuse? That since you didn't go or finish high school, college, medical school, law school, or the military, you name it, your life opportunities for fans and fame and fortune have been reduced, stunted, unrealized, and you have a great excuse for why you're living, oh, how do I say it nicely, average. Now, you are loving living with the memory of regret that you didn't take advantage of the opportunity that you were given way back when. Now listen, that's a great story you keep telling yourself. Too bad it's not true. We all have things in our lives we're sorry for, and most likely wish didn't happen. Because of the fallout, well, it's been hard and sad, and in many cases, downright lonely. But what I want to know is this. Since those opportunities are no longer available, what are you doing to stop the cycle of regret? If you haven't thought about it, let me give you a couple ideas. First, and the most basic, is this. Do what you can to make right what you can. I know I've spoken about this before, but it bears repeating. If you've done all you know to do with an honest heart to correct or ask forgiveness for whatever happened, friend, you are done with whatever that issue is. In apologizing and the self-remorse, you're done. You're done. You've done what you can, so now you've got to put it to rest. Here's the truth. You need to stop beating yourself up over another person's refusal to forgive you. They chose not to forgive you for 100 reasons that they've made up in their head. And you can't change their mindset. Frankly, they can't either, since they're not capable of forgiving because they are not willing to be healed. And that's the right word. They're not willing to be healed. And for some odd reason, I have to say, they love to carry that burden of pain around with them because it's who they have become. So no matter what you do or say or how many times you apologize, it will never be enough because in their warped mind, they want to punish you. So hear me, do yourself a favor and just walk away. Maybe time will heal the hurt enough so you can speak at the grocery store. If not, just keep walking by and continue your shopping. Their loss for living such a small, bitter, self-sabotaging life. And friends, you can't fix that. You will note that I have very little patience for those who are stuck on hurt and hate and unhappiness. And until they're ready to heal, once again, I'm saying there's nothing you can do but to be kind. My next point is you have got to stop agonizing over every little thing. Hey, listen, realize that there are some things that once broken can never be put back together. Although this thought is similar to the one before, the difference is more about how you react to your opportunities. Regret for wasted time is more wasted time. And if you want to break out of your shell and live the life you have imagined, you, my friend, have got to move forward without looking back. You've got to stop agonizing over every issue because let's face it, you are powerless to do anything about it. After all, most likely, it's already passed. So now you need to move on and take to heart of the words of the great philosopher Don Henley. Sometimes you get the best light from a burning bridge. Okay, so he's not a philosopher, he's a rock star, but it is what it is. Okay, correcting the issue of agonizing over past regret does come down to a simple understanding of forgiveness for you. Yeah, you. Beating yourself up does you no good. And I'm pretty sure it's exhausting on your heart and mind, soul, and body to a point where you're deepening the scar. And for what purpose? Friend, remember, sometimes you have to stop thinking so much and go where your heart takes you. And your heart will take you back to your best self to begin the healing process. Because let's just be honest, nobody likes to live in pain. There's no need to continue to ruminate over past issues of error as long as you've done your part. And remember, after you've done your part, the best way to heal a wound is to stop touching it. I've also found that the best way to find your path forward is to redirect your attention to something you have always wanted to do, meaning that you need to take action on what you want to do, where you plan to go, who you're taking on the trip. I love the quote, 6 letters, 2 words, easy to say, hard to explain, harder to do. Here it is, move on. Yeah, move on. Seriously, people, move on. My third idea, and this, for many of you, It is possible to fill the missed opportunity of your past with something similar in your future, so you can have a bit of the experience you felt you missed. A lot of people say to me they wished they had traveled or served their country in some capacity or done more to help mankind. Friend, I can think about 1,000 ways you can accomplish all your dreams. Now it takes a little work to uncover the opportunities that are waiting for you. You're smart. You can do it. I love the movie The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, version 1 and 2. If you know the storyline, it's about a group of British expats who moved to India to preserve their limited pension and still live in style and luxury. Well, at least that's what the brochure said, that they were moving to a luxury hotel until their last days. And although a different lifestyle, it certainly does not disappoint their desire to see the world. I love that movie. As I travel worldwide, I'm amazed at the number of people from all walks of life who have chosen to work or volunteer with missions, government groups, and social groups to have their adventure to see and change the world. Yes, it will take you out of your comfort zone, but why not? And if you can't travel, I'm going to tell you, go to the library because you can read. Remember the line, when in pain, distract the brain. And reading takes you to places you've only dreamed about, all while sitting in the comfort of your home. I work a lot in the political sector, and goodness knows, we need good people in public office. And frankly, the bar isn't that high anymore. So if you have a desire to serve your community, then run for office. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to meet new friends, and you're going to make new enemies. And what could be a better way than to speak up for truth and honesty in the American way? I got to tell you, serving in public life has been one of the greatest joys I have ever done and continue to do. What I want for you to understand is this. If you really want to go and do something, unless there's a physical reason not to do so, hear me, dear listener, do not wait. I'm not sure who said it, but I love the quote, travel while you are young and able. Don't worry about the money, just make it work. Experience is far more valuable than money will ever be. And I'm going to leave you with a quote from Oscar Wilde. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. Friend, don't let that be your life. Take my advice and quit living a life of regret. Do what you can to make right what you can. Stop agonizing over every little thing. Work to fill the missed opportunities of your past with something for your future. And in the wise words of Mark Twain, life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Love truly. Laugh uncontrollably. And never regret anything that makes you smile. All right, that's it. I quit. Thanks for the memories. I am not going to hang on to anything that causes me harm, and I'm going to move in the direction of my dreams. And friends, I want the same for you. So many of you are hanging on to who knows what, when really you should be packing your bags and getting in the car and going, or dust off that passport and go see the world. Time is not on your side. All right, I'm Deb Sofield. Thank you for listening to Deb Sofield's encouragement for your rockstar amazing life. And I hope you'll join me next week so we can continue this journey together as we work towards a better, more exciting day. And remember, Deb doesn't care what the world says about you. I want you to know I care about you. And I care about you because I believe you can do big things. But I need for some of you to just quit hanging on to broken and hurt memories and pain that is doing you no good. And here's my promise. I'm going to walk alongside you till we put you on the right path to finding your dream for your amazing life. All right, thanks for joining me. Please join me next week. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.